Streaming sports.
What's up? Hey, it's another episode of the NFC show, and we're broadcasting live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and the Northeast Streaming Sports Network, and our Roku channel. So definitely go check us out over there on Roku. You could download the Northeast Streaming Sports app off of there and see us in big screen because we are beautiful to live watch on a big screen television.
You guys may be beautiful. I'm gorgeous. Luscious.
That I actually have a little bit of a beard now.
You got two strands of a beard.
I see it. It's the big game. It's time for the big game. We ain't really allowed to say those words yet because they're watching us. I know they are, so I can't get the cease and desist order for that. But I tell you, it's big game is about to happen. None of us are at it this year, and I know last year that we were at, True Blue and I were at the big game, hanging out. Did you go to the game last year?
No, not the one in Tampa. It was the one in Miami.
Got you. Okay. It was the Pro Bowl. It was the Pro Bowl.
Wait. Time out. We can't say the name of the game?
No.
No.
You want a cease and desist order from Roger Goodell? You know they're watching us. We already know that. We already confirmed that. We already confirmed that Stephen A. watches our show to get the content that he's going to show the next day. We already know that.
That blows my mind that we can't even say that. Okay.
The big game.
The big game. All right. The big game. Okay.
The bowl game in February, the professional bowl game in February. That's really super.
Yeah.
Well, Roger, I might flip. Well, it's all over my TikTok, so he's definitely gonna throw me
on your TikTok. Yeah, when you get past 30,000 followers, then maybe you get a little nervous.
Yeah, I mean, when it happens, it happens.
So listen, guys, there was a game on Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Anybody watching it all?
I did. I did. I had it on. I'll say I had it on.
I actually watched the whole game, and it was. I'm glad Deion Sanders jumped in and critiqued it himself because it was utterly disappointing from the first snap to the very end.
It's a joke, man.
It was a glorified two-hand touch.
Yep.
I mean, I get it. Nobody wants their star players to get hurt. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
But then why?
So then
Why
why not do kind of what I mentioned a year ago, or that I've spoken about? I think I even wrote this down. I may have even written a letter to the NFL about this, where I feel that they should take a page out of the hockey book and do like the North, South, East, and West. Combine those two, AFC and NFC, and make it a flag football game.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been better than, but sadly, I'll say this: I've seen more people injured playing flag football than actually organized high school sports or even tackle. But
well, then make it touch.
No matter what you do,
no
matter what you do, it's going to be what it is. But this week, I mean, when I saw the hugging that was going on, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the officials blowing the whistle as soon as somebody laid a hand out. I'm going to tell you one thing that I was really impressed with was the girls' flag football that was.
Oh yeah.
Panama versus Texas. Some of those catches and some of those throws were just amazing. I mean, I was, the NFL is pushing for it. The state of Texas is now pushing for it. I think flag football is a must for the high school girls. I think it was awesome to see it. I think those girls were putting their heart out there, and it was well received for a football fan.
Were you there at the Pro Bowl?
No, I didn't make it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it was way too much to try to get out to Vegas and then to go back out to Vegas again in April for the draft.
Right.
It's just way too much to try to make happen. However, had I known, me personally, that the hockey
was going to be playing that night,
was also out there, I'd have gone. I would have gone because I would have been able to take care of 2 All-Star games in one.
Yeah,
and that would have been a much different scenario. Like I would have gone out to that. I did not realize that was the case, and because of that, when I saw that happening, I was, damn it, I should have gone.
Yeah, Vegas was pretty busy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But there was a game, and I think that the AFC won again because the AFC always wins anymore. And
what is it? 4 straight, 5 straight, something like that.
Something like that. And
who cares?
It's
right? Yeah, I know.
As long as Navy's beaten Army in a row.
Yeah, I think y'all won the last one, right?
We did win the last one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it was close.
You guys were 8-4, and we were 4-8. Actually, we were 3-8. I don't care. We need to be 1-0 against Navy. That's all I care about. Yeah, and you are big loser.
We are. Yes. Always next year.
Yeah, I was reading somewhere that that the first 2 teams should be fighting for the first spot with the last game in the season, like the Pro Bowls, like Jaguars versus Jets. Here, instead of the Pro Bowl, those 2 teams should be facing off to see who gets the number 1 pick.
Winner gets number 1.
Oh my God!
Winner gets number 1.
Winner gets first pick.
I like it.
Well, you know what? I like the fact that they went ahead and tried to incorporate back the skills competition.
Yeah,
I actually enjoyed that.
That was a lot of fun to watch. Obviously, it's still a little bit of an S show right now, trying to get that all together. So it's not there yet. But I really think that they should break up into 4 teams and do a flag football thing, or not a flag, just a touch football. And
that's what it was Sunday.
That's what I'm saying. But they're not wearing pads, and they actually can play to try to do something. You know what I mean?
The only guy that was playing was from the Raiders, the defensive end who actually got the defensive MVP. I mean, he was the only one.
Oh, right.
And then he of course gets awarded the trophy and plus the $25K for his charity, which is a good deal. I do.
I do like the fact that they incorporate the charities of their choice and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. That's pretty cool.
I mean, the last play that ever happened in the Pro Bowl, like real play, is Sean Taylor crushing the punter. Because I saw that.
Yeah.
You know,
I think everybody's seen that.
That's what
that was the
reminded me.
last actual football play that was done in a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, they had to remind him that we're not playing for real. We're not, slow down a little bit.
Right. But, the punter did jump right back up, though.
He did. And he's
Yeah,
got
so-
a jersey, and he has that jersey framed in his office. And I think
does he really?
Yeah, and I think he still has Sean Taylor's like paint from his helmet on his jersey.
Because I would never get rid of that.
No.
I'd never get rid of that. That's a poster.
Yep.
That's a poster. You know what I mean? That's how that got. He just got absolutely crushed.
Yes, he did.
In that. So, but so there. Yeah, like I said, the game was nice. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like I said, there was a lot more interceptions this year.
There was.
I was more interested in watching Diggs versus Diggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
That was kind of cool to watch.
Yeah, seeing Stephon Diggs go. He played defense at one point?
Yeah, he played defense against
Vice versa,
Yeah.
Yeah, they both did, and which was awesome. And for two brothers that have grown up together, it was awesome with the quote saying, when we were kids, I changed that other guy's diaper. That was even funnier when it was tweeted out.
I want to put this out there. I think that the dodgeball game was a little more competitive than the actual Pro Bowl.
I agree. And
had a higher skill set as well.
When the hockey NHL moved to 3-on-3, and then they actually put a real cash prize at the end. Now you want to play. Now you want to play.
There's a cash prize on this one too, though.
Yeah,
players
it's like,
got paid if they won or
like
they
every
lost.
player gets $20,000 or $10,000. It's nothing major.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah, and the MVP does also get it. They also get a vehicle, both offense and defense.
So let me ask you guys this, and I may need some help on educating me on this. I mean, I know the NFL, I know football well, but what I didn't understand was, so I thought if you made the Super Bowl, regardless if it was an alternate or you were selected, it counted as the Pro Bowl. If you made the Pro Bowl, it counted as a Pro Bowl, right? That's on your resume. But come to find out, if you're an alternate, it doesn't show up on your resume, if you will, as a Pro Bowler. Is that true?
If you don't go to the game, like if you're playing in the Super Bowl, so the Pro Bowl used to be after the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, and everybody would go.
Right. That's not the question. The question is, if let's say,
if you're going in place of the Super Bowl player who's going, you do get a Pro Bowl. If you are an alternate that doesn't get to go because the guy that you would be subbing for goes, then you don't get it.
Okay. So if if someone's injured, like Tom Brady didn't go, so somebody win this play,
and you're going to fill in for that injury, you're a Pro Bowler.
Yes.
Okay.
So
they made it seem like that wasn't the case.
Go to the game.
I think it was Levy. He made it seem like you had to be selected, like voted. You had to be voted in, not as an alternate for it to count. So I would just thought.
If you're an alternate, you basically counted in there as
okay.
Regardless of status, regardless of injury, you'll hear some. It doesn't feel like that to them, being that they weren't voted in there and being an alternate. So it could be one of those deals where they feel that they didn't deserve the spot. I mean, speaking secondhand, of course.
So,
right.
But anyways, before we get talking about the very big game, I was going to, I wasn't sure whether I was going to bring this up, but I was talking offline with Sneaky, and Sneaky was like, "Oh, you didn't always look this way." Yeah, and I was like, no,
Right.
no, it's evolved over time. And some of the looks were good, some of the looks were not so good. We were specifically talking about Seattle, and we were talking about like unique times that we've had. Actually, where we were talking about hockey and how I got to drink from the Calder Cup, and how it was a unique story that got me to being able to drink from the Calder Cup. That being said, we talked about Seattle. He talked about Seattle and how he wound up all dressed in Giants gear during the parade and was pointed out by the Seattle people going, look
Bobby
at that.
Wagner. Yep. I think it was Bobby Wagner. Yeah.
I've been there.
So, and that being the case, it was like, okay, well, in Seattle, I had a funny story myself because when I got painted up in Seattle, I tried to make myself look like an eagle. And how the girl in front of me, I never even got to finish the story, but the girl in front of me who had been drinking heavily, she comes walking to her seat and she's sitting right in front of me. And she's like, I may have had like 8 beers and 10 shots, but you look like an effing eagle. So
Hervé says.
And I wasn't real happy with that. Like I didn't like the way the look came out because I thought, and I'll show you. I kind of felt like
get ready
that there was a star. I had whatever that star is, Patrick Star on my nose. But I'm gonna go. But it made me get out all the pictures from how the evolution of the Philly sports guy came about.
The anticipation's killing me right now.
I know.
First one,
don't let it.
Like, the hair. It's the hair for me.
Incredible look.
We don't like it when you're angry.
Free the mohawk.
Right.
I wasn't real happy about this, but I didn't know what else to do at the time.
And I'm laughing because I see the final product. When you see the two. Okay, what's the next one? Is this Seattle? No, this is Green Bay.
The next one is New Orleans.
Okay.
Look at the guy behind you, though. Just
I like that one, though.
Yeah,
I actually like that.
I went crazy. This was the first year with the mohawk, and in New Orleans, and obviously the guy who sits right in front of me at the time, I recognized him because I was a big fan of the movie Real Steel.
Yeah.
And he was the bookie in Real Steel. He's better known now as the Falcon / Captain America.
Yep.
That's not him, right?
That's him.
Oh, that's him.
Oh, that's him.
It's him? Oh,
That's
snap.
him.
Okay.
And it was funny because like he didn't want anybody to know who he was, but he is a diehard Saints fan and had season tickets there. And the moment he walked in, he's like, what is this going on behind me? I got this. He let everybody know that he had me. And he did because they killed us that game.
I was going to say, did you want to lose that game?
Yeah, we lost. We will come to crunk you. I got to hear that a lot that day. Then comes Seattle. And it kind of looks like Patrick Star is on my nose.
Yep.
I got to give you. I
see the beak.
Yeah, I do too. I got to give you E for effort on that one. That's like you're like demonstrating.
When you saw like a profile portion of it, and like when you looked at me, not in a picture, I kind of looked like an eagle.
Yeah,
I see it.
I see it.
It wasn't. I didn't really care for the picture. And then there's.
Oh yeah, you look like a villain right there. No, wait, hold on. It's gold dust. That's the gold dust.
Yeah,
I'm getting right now.
and then this was in Dallas.
Okay.
And that was kind of the same thing with the eyes. It wasn't connected yet, and I had the goatee at the time. And that couple right there is Mr. and Mrs. Murray. when DeMarco Murray played for the Eagles the one season. And we won that game in overtime.
Okay.
And they were sitting right in front of me. And at the end of the game, when we won the game, Mr. Murray picked me up. And I'm like, Mr. Murray, you got to put me down.
Is he an Eagles fan?
He's a Sun fan. His son's fan.
Yeah. So he was, like I said, he was an Eagles fan because, obviously.
Oh, okay.
He was on the Eagles at that time. He then went to the Titans the following year. And then, of course, there was this picture. This was out in New York after we won the NFC East in 2019, after being rained upon and soaked.
And that was
Howard using me as his thumbnail for how the sports franchise fans ranked. So, and now there's this. Now there's me.
That's the fun part.
The evolution of Philly.
The evolution of the Philly sports guy, right there. It's been interesting to say the least how I came up with. And obviously, like if you even go further back, like the first time I ever did it, it was like green and white. That I did. Kind of similar to the guy who was doing it all the time, but I would only go to away games. I wouldn't do it at home. So, and the first time I ever did it was in San Francisco, where had we won the game, we'd have won the NFC East. We lost the game to Terrell Owens scoring the winning touchdown. We lost 14-7 that game in San Francisco, and we were up at the very, very, very top of the stadium. Top.
Pork, how long have you been Pork Rind? Like what? How long?
2 years. Well, I got the name from Philly Sports Guy and Anthony Brooks from Cincinnati. And I mean, I've been a hog farmer since 2018. I started doing I did face paint 2019. So it's only been a couple years.
True Blue, how long?
Oh, I've always worn the big hat my whole life, literally. But going out as True Blue, probably since 15.
Okay.
So,
and Philly, how long you been Philly Sports Guy?
2018.
2018. Yeah, I got it. For me, I've always. I mean, yeah, you have Stefan, Sneaky G. I mean, I've always been Stefan. I mean, 40-some years. But I'll say, 2018 for me. When I got my TikTok account and started boosting the Giants and talking crap about the Cowboys.
Yeah, there's pictures of me when I was a kid, and I still had the big cowboy hat.
Yeah,
all the way through high school, all the way literally from a kid all the way to where I'm at right now. I've always worn the big hat, regardless of it was too big for me.
And my dad would not buy me a Giant hat.
It's been unique how I met kind of all of you. Like, I mean, I helped to name Pork Rind.
Yeah.
I met True Blue because I happened to be the only person around who could take a picture of him and Ed Too Tall Jones. And then I met Sneaky by doing a whole parody song on TikTok. I did a whole song, just it was literally, and I don't even remember the song. I bet I could still find the video somewhere.
You did a song about what? About me?
About like how the Giants stink.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably true.
And it was calling you out. It was calling you out to make the bet.
Right.
Oh yeah, it was to the devil went down to Georgia. I made a whole parody of the song "The Devil Went Down to Georgia." I'm like,
I don't remember seeing that.
Oh my Lord, I gotta find.
Yeah, you gotta send it to me. You gotta send that to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Philly Sports Guy went down to here to Texas, and we were leaving Texas Live, and he goes, "I gotta stop by. I lost a bet with this Giants fan."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that was after the fact. That was after the fact because we were going to bet the beard. I was trying to bet the beard. It was the beard against the mohawk.
Man, everybody was like, hell no. And then my whole family, it was unanimous. They were like, no. And then even license plate guy was sing the effing song, keep the effing beard. Yes, sir.
Exactly. Right. So he sang the song. I wish I could pull that video up right now.
But you got to pull the whole video up. You got to show the whole background and everything.
I'll pull up my video, not yours.
No, that's not part of the deal. Man,
and that's what we bet. We bet for lunch, and he did his little dance. It almost had a heart attack.
Yeah, because I didn't stretch. That's why I should have stretched. That was a full 4 meters I had to jog, and it was breathtaking.
Yeah, I did. I had to go, I'm sitting there and I'm wearing his shirt like this is what I came to Dallas for. Let's go, Jay. He goes, oh no, we didn't. And then he does a little dance behind me.
Man, Philly, wait until you guys all three. I mean, Pork Run, I know you and we went to breakfast, right? I know we had. And what did you think about Sunview? I'm going to give Sunview a plug. What did you think about it?
I loved it. I mean, it was good breakfast. French toast was really good.
Yeah, that's my spot. Man, that's my spot. Actually, I can't wait I'm probably going to hit up them Saturday morning. But also, it's the brand new barbecue spot that all of us got to go to. I can't wait. Truly, when you come up, you got to hit me up, man. We got to go there. We got to go. And it's Sullivan's Barbecue.
Most for sure.
They got Sullivan's Barbecue, yeah. They got a pecan pie that'll literally make you slap your whole family, not just your mama. The whole family.
So, when it comes to food, who to talk to?
Yeah, right? Philly sports guy. Don't let it fool you.
Don't
let it fool you. He ate more than I did. Don't let that fool you. Don't let him make you think otherwise.
Yeah, but the one who ate the most that day was his son.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Matter of fact, that's what the $1,000 of hot dogs I spent when we went to the hot dogs and Dr. Pepper when I was at the Dallas game. And I do it again too. Do it again.
But obviously, now to get to the big business at hand, there is a game happening this Sunday.
A big game.
A very big game.
A super game.
It is a super duper game.
Yeah.
And it's probably the biggest bowl game of the year.
I'm gonna say yes.
You might almost want to call it a super game bowl.
Almost.
Dude, I did
the envelope here.
Pushing that envelope.
I'm like teetering on that line.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Before we get to this, and I'm only going to give you 5 minutes here. 5 minutes. You got a new coach.
Yes, we do, and a new GM, and a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. You know what? I'm not gonna put the cart before the horse. They got to put a good product on the field. I just don't want to be in the same situation 2 years from today. That's all. I have very low expectations, and it's not because I just have low expectations. We got to improve all around, and this year's just. I mean, I'm hopefully, if the Bengals can do it within 2 years, why can't we? So that's my story, and I'm gonna stick to it. So
I don't have any initial reaction to the hire itself.
I actually wanted either Harris or DeBow. I mean, I like what Harris did with Miami when they went on that huge winning streak. I also like what DeBow did in developing Allen. So I hope he could do the same thing with Jones. Although I think, this might be Jones's year to kind of put it all together in my opinion. But, with what they were saying about Jones, the GM, the owners, and even the head coach, I wouldn't be surprised if they re-sign him. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they took up that 5th-year option. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, the way they were talking about him, that's kind of the direction that they're going. But I mean, we'll see. What is it? March? I think they have to make a commitment or something. March?
Yeah, March.
May, I think. March, yeah. So we'll see. I'm excited though. I mean, yeah, I'm excited, but I have low expectations. But we're still going 17-0.
Okay.
I'm just not gonna bet money on it.
At 17.
So we're still within your 5 minutes. What do you think of the commander's name?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Or Pork Rind? Oh, when I first heard Commanders, I was thinking of Galaxy Quest. The first thing I heard was, but it doesn't matter to me. It's all about pork. It's all about Pork Rind. I'll tell you what. I do have more respect for the football team fans. I'm sorry, the Commander fans, because all that mess they're going through right now with the team itself, the owner, and then to change the name, and you're still rocking with them. Hey, you get a little tip of the hat from me. Bottom line. tell him how you really feel, Pork Rind.
Oh, I did last week.
He's going commando.
Well, see, here's my thing. I've been thinking, Pork Rind. I've been thinking like we can say, let's go Cowboys, let's go Giants, let's go Eagles. You got two Commanders.
Let's go commies. It's gonna be the Cold War. Commies versus Cowboys.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, American team versus the commies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, at least that.
Now I did go to FedEx Field last Friday. Just try to kind of be around fans and maybe get like some excitement behind the name and everything. I got to see the helmets up close and personal, and I will say that burgundy helmet is pretty sharp. The black helmet, if it was matte black, I think it would have looked a lot better. And maybe take the W from the front of the helmet, put it on the side, and get rid of the number. I think it would have been an improvement, but they're not going to get everything right the first go around.
No, they are not.
So,
but such is life. You're stuck with it now. You're stuck with it now. They ain't making another.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Back to the big game.
Now, what's up with the new stadium?
I mean, we'll find out something, I guess, within the year or so. I mean, they're talking about it, but I did hear Northern Virginia just a couple of days ago. So.
Oh wow!
We'll see.
So they might be on the move.
Yeah, because it's between DC, Maryland, and Virginia, but I've heard Northern Virginia.
That place when we're on the way to the stadium that you pointed off to the right when you were driving there,
that would be considered Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Got you. All right. Well.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. And we were able to find it. We were able to pull it up. Here.
So I'm making this video ahead of time, and I've made a decision to just cut my losses and sing the damn song. So, in memory of Ingram's awesome non-play, meaning the catch that he didn't catch that could have won us the game, but I'm just gonna let it go. Maestro, please. Fly, Eagles, fly from the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fight. Total touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Get them hot low, hit them high, and watch the Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. From low to victory. Eagles. Eagles. I hope you felt that. I hope you felt that.
Oh, I felt that.
I was the enthusiasticness of the whole song itself. And you know what was the background I had, right? Y'all know that, right? The background.
Oh yeah.
Of course, he had the picture up. So I had to add some stuff so that you could see.
Yeah, see, that's one thing that I've learned from give you guys props for betting first of all on your teams, but second of all, the courage to do something like that with a bet and face up to it. That's I couldn't do both. I couldn't even do one. I couldn't bet.
Yeah,
the Cowboys bet that I had. When the Cowboys played the Giants when they came to Dallas, the loser had to wear the hat. So I had to legitimately go down, buy a freaking Dallas Cowboy hat, put it on. Now, of course, when I made the video, I'm sitting on the toilet dropping a deuce. I had to do something. And I have so many backgrounds. I should have thought of a different background than dropping a deuce, but I did have to go to the bathroom, but I ended up sending that. And we had to autograph that hat saying I was wrong.
Oh no!
And then send it to him. But under the bill, I still effing hate the Cowboys. Oh man, good time. But yeah, we got to talk about the game. Let's go to the game.
The big game.
Yeah, we got the Bengals and we got the Rams. And I'll start it off. I don't even know what the point is. The points are the differential.
4 points at 49.5.
God, what storyline though? Like, do you want Stafford and Beckham and Darnold to get their ring, or do you want the Bengals to actually, win a championship ever? In their since the Reds did it. I'm really not rooting for anybody. I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the game. So I'm going to say this: if either team wins, I'd be happy. I'd be like, okay, whatever. But I'm going to say if I had to choose one, I do want Beckham to get a ring. I do. But I want the Bengals. I want the Bengals to have something because they've been a joke for the longest time, and they're due. So if I had to pick one, I would say Bengals. Oh, and the score, I'll say 28-24.
So you're going over.
Barely.
That's an over. 49.5. Over is over, whether it's 50 or 52.
Yep.
They're gonna put points. They're gonna score. I just can't see it being a. Yeah. Okay. I'm good. Next. Anybody?
So, but you're going on the OBJ train. You'd like to see OBJ.
I would like OBJ. Yeah, and I think what he went through, he had to go through what he went through to get where he's at right now. And again, like I said, I'm happy for either team, and I would love for OBJ to get his ring, But if I had to pick one, it'd be the Bengals. Because I would like the whole team, because they've been suffering for so long, I'm saying this because we've been suffering for so long since. Not as long as the Cowboys, but still there's some suffering there.
Or the Washington. Whatever.
Commanders.
Commanders. I'm going to say Commies. The Washington Emilio Escobar.
So what are they going to call the cheerleaders? The Commandettes?
We don't have cheerleaders, Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, they got rid of them. Yeah.
We got rid of that last year. We've got the dance team. I don't know what they're going to be called. No idea. We're supposed to bring back the band, though, so we'll see. The thing that I dislike, the thing I dislike is they keep on saying "Hell to the Commanders." Just leave it alone. Do something else.
Right. That ship has sailed.
Yes, do something
else.
else.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. Yeah.
So, going back to the Super Bowl. So,
big game.
Yep. Oh.
Sorry. See, it wasn't me. We should have made a bet. We should have made a bet.
I knew somebody was going to do it. I knew somebody was going to do it. Yeah. Get back to the big game. I became a fan of Matt Stafford back when he was a Lion, and he dislocated his shoulder and then continued. And I think they ended up scoring the game-winning touchdown. So since then, I've been a fan of him, and I felt so bad for the guy because they just never built around him. And then this year they traded and they sent Goff there, and I'd like to see him get his first ring, but I'm a fan of fans, so I would love to see the Bengals just because I don't know. I love their fan base. I think they've got some great Anthony Brooks. You got Sean Moore. I mean, the list goes on. They've got so many people that I've met through PFUFA and get to know, and just all around great people and do a lot of work for charity. So I would love to see Bengals get their first Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a close game. I'd say 21-17. Take the under. I think when it comes to the Bengals, if they're going to win, they've got to keep Burrow upright and keep Aaron Donald and Von Miller off of him, and get the ball out fast, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll take Bengals 21-17, get their first Super Bowl.
Okay. Blue.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals as well. I know the dominance of the defense of the Rams is overwhelming, and it's going to be overwhelming. But I think with the duo of Mixon and Chase, it's going to be a 1-2 punch to offset that defense. You've got a guy like Jalen Ramsey who's already, trying to get in the ears of the coaching staff to let him shadow Chase all around, the field. And I don't think they're going to let that happen because of the other, wide receivers that the Bengals have and the ability of Joe Burrow. So it's going to be interesting to me, but I'm going to take the Bengals in this one by 3, and I'm going to go 29-26.
Over.
29-26. Okay.
Well, I've learned you can't bet against Joe Burrows. Now, not that I gamble, but obviously it was a surprise that they were able to get past Kansas City. And I feel that is the key to this game. If he makes it through the game, they win. Now, that's a big if, because you're going to have Von Miller and Donald coming in on him, and there's a possibility that he winds up getting hurt in this game, because I think that defense, that offensive line, well, I mean, what do you get? You got
9 sacks against Tennessee.
Yeah, and then what? He's still got like 6 or 7 sacks against Kansas City, right?
Yep.
Now, and their line is so much better than Kansas City's. So, I mean, if you can't have him get hit 12 to 15 times in this game, if that happens, he's not going to be able to finish the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the key to them winning. He finishes the game, they win the game. He don't finish, they don't win. And plus, I'm not a big fan of LA getting a home Super Bowl. They don't deserve a home field advantage Super Bowl. Just don't.
Goodell is trying to help the owner pay off that stadium he just bought. That's what it is.
Yeah, but it's well. First off, out of all the things that they tried to do for the AFC or the NFC Championship game, that we ain't selling no tickets to anybody in San Francisco. It was sea of red. There was more red in there. There was at least 2 San Francisco fans to every Rams fan. And you probably saw a couple of Chargers fans in there that thought that they were, being cute
in the game.
Oh wait, we're not playing. Oh, I thought we were playing. Oh, okay, my bad.
So I mean, it not. Like I said, I don't feel that they deserve it, and I think that it sets itself up perfect for them to be the first team to lose a home Super Bowl.
Going back to what
advantage. And you got spanked. And that's where I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a 27-20 game. I think that Matthew Stafford stinks out loud in this game. That he brings back his time from Detroit, because it wasn't all Detroit. It wasn't all Detroit. Stafford stunk up some of the time. You know, they had enough offensive weapons then, you know, for him to do well. You know, and I know he's got some balls. I see that play where he dislocated his shoulder, and then they called timeout, and then he went back in instead of Culpepper and threw the touchdown pass, and they won the game. You know, but all that time there, you know, the Bengals aren't that good. And here you got Joe Burrows willing them to victory.
Yeah.
And there's a piece of me that believes that team, Cincinnati, is very similar to the Eagles in 2017. Something is going on in that locker room that everybody is pulling together. And you can't buy that. You can't create that. That's got to happen naturally. And I think that's what's happening in the Bengals locker room. You know, and
I see that. And you know, going back to keeping Burrow upright, I think that's why I mentioned Mixon. I think you're going to have what you're going to see is the quickness of the Bengals because of the over pursuit that Von Miller and Aaron Donald and those other guys are going to be doing. Is that you're going to have these dink and dunks to Mixon and just little, you know, into the flat that it's going to explode. That kid Mixon has been playing some good football, and when he's getting out in the open, he's going through, you know, this is yards after contact. That's where the kid's good at, and I think Mixon's going to have a big role in this to see what he's going to have. You know, if the Bengals are going to want to do something, Mixon's going to have a big role in this game.
I would agree with that because you got to get the ball out of his hands as quick as possible.
Yep.
And unfortunately, Jamar Chase is, you know, you need to have those few seconds for his play to be able to develop, to be able to get open and stuff like that. And it's not going to happen that way because if you keep him in there too long, like 3.5 seconds, you have to have that ball out of your hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I just believe that I always look at the college playoffs, the common cool that Burrow was not only in the the semifinal game but the championship game. It was like nothing fizzled him.
That's how he is, though.
I just don't think. And I know a lot of people say it's a cockiness, it's all this. Well, it's not so much a cockiness. It's a confidence that he has, that he knows he can get the job done. And you're right. I know you guys were talking about the sacks earlier, but I just got to look at, maybe he used the sack. I mean, look at what happened to Garofalo when he was being sacked. I mean, to seal the game. Look at what Kyler Murray did in the wild card game in the end zone. Throwing those ill-advised passes. I think Burrow uses sacks as an ally. I think he uses it as, okay, I'll take a 4 or 5 yard loss, but I'm not taking a turnover because that will have a greater impact in the game. So, I mean, I know he has a lot of sacks, but he makes the sacks. 9 sacks, but they won. 4 sacks, but they won. I mean, I just like the style that he plays, the calm demeanor in the pocket and just make things happen. So he is waiting to smoke that cigar after the big game.
Yes, he is.
So
Yeah, he is.
We'll see. It's funny. I'm going to call it right now. What if, Tom Brady retired? Congrats to the GOAT. But what if this could be the introduction to a
Joe Burrow
2.0,
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Yeah, exactly.
I was watching the last couple of days I've been watching the Joe Montana documentary on
I was watching that too, yeah.
Dude, I don't know why, but it kind of reminds me, like Joe Burrow reminds me of Montana in a way.
I get that feel. I get that feel as well. Yeah. Montana was like
He
a
just
lame.
knows how to read his locker room. You know what I mean? That they take on his swagger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, it's like they literally have rallied around this kid.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. And the scary thing
So-
is, who's to say that last year they wouldn't have gone further had he not gotten hurt?
True.
Yeah. Well, I think last year he needed more help. They didn't have a running. They didn't have a
he did.
passing game. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not running it, but passing game. They still have the same issues with the offensive line, but I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't even know what the record was when he went down. Actually,
Oh, he was
That'd
out
be-
9 games. And
he was out the rest of the season.
I think they were 500. Literally,
Okay, well, yeah.
went down in the 5th game, and I think they were 2-1 because they tied the Eagles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right.
It was either that or they were 1-3-1.
Now, before I know we're cutting it close, what is the Super Bowl meal? What are you guys going to make to eat?
Oh,
Big game meal.
Oh my God! Now see, I blame Porkline. That's Porkline's fault. I blame
my
him.
fault.
I'm just throwing you under the bus.
I know, man.
All right, so the big game
I
meal.
said it
What-
once too, so we're already
Oh, did you? Okay.
going. The letter's in the mail.
Yep. That isn't. Yeah. And then once I get it, I'm gonna be like, send that shit to Philly, not me. I'm not the Texans.
Exactly. Well, they
That's
ain't sending it
his
to you in the first place. They're like the Giants. Ain't no reason for a Giants fan to be talking about the Super Bowl. They ain't nothing close to that.
Hey, watch. Hey, I'll tell you what. In 2 years, watch. Why not us? Why not?
I'm gonna this weekend. I am debating between. I'm probably gonna do a brisket. Yeah, probably that 18-hour brisket.
Porkline, what you doing?
We're actually going somewhere for the Super Bowl, so I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. We'll probably have wings, pizza, and the norm.
Philly?
So I am doing a show with a Emmy winner, Dr. Jessica DeLuise, and she's got a show called Eat Your Way to Wellness. And I am going to be co-hosting a show of hers where we're going to be making a buffalo chicken dip with yellow and blue corn chips and black bean drizzle. So you're going to have the orange and the black and the white or yellow and blue.
I'm making hot wings. I'm making hot wings. We do an oven baked, but I think I'm going to put them on the grill this time. I'm going to do them on the grill this time.
There you go.
There you go. So do you guys have any idea? So the other thing that I thought was really interesting this year is how many games went into overtime in the playoffs. And I actually put that up there on the ticker. Will the game go to overtime? And it wouldn't surprise me this year if it did. I'd be, it's worth a $20 wager if you're a betting person. At plus 700.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's
okay. Break it down for us non-gambling folk. So if I put $20 down, and you said it's plus 700, what do I win?
For $20 wins you back $160.
$160.
Okay.
So, but there was a number of interesting bets that I kind of liked here, like what was going to be the first score of the game. I like the idea of a Bengals field goal at plus 400 as it's scrolling across right now. Yeah, it's like I don't think there's going to be a safety in this game. Here's will the game go to overtime? Plus 800, and for $20, that means you win $180.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And the national anthem is always under.
Oh, I think it went over. Was that last year?
Who's singing it this year?
Last year.
Who's singing it this year?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tell you, the folks are going to come out for the halftime show.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's where the bets need to be at.
Right.
People are saying, yeah, we're going to the what did they say? Oh man, somebody said something that was pretty funny. It said we're going to the Jay-Z Snoop Dogg concert that also is having a football game.
Yeah.
It's not my house.
That concert's only 10 minutes long, by the way. So maybe 12.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I'm going to say there's not going to be. I don't think there's going to be an overtime. The safety, that's going to be an interesting one. I would take that safety.
It's actually less odds this year. It's a plus 750. It usually would be a plus 1500, but they've been beaten so badly about it. You know what I mean? That it's that they lowered that possibility now. And plus, I feel like I'm going to make my ploy to go to next year's and be the halftime show because I found the video. I found the video of the song where I made the bet with Sneaky. And here's my audition to be a halftime.
Oh, okay.
Sneaky G, this one's for you. The Giants went down to Philly and they were looking for a win to steal. They was in a bind because they were way behind the other teams in the NFC. They came across this quarterback playing crazy with a makeshift team, so they jumped in their ride, went down 95, and got ready for a Thursday game. Sneaky G said, I got my team, you know what I mean, and we play football too. And if you think your team don't stink, I'll make a bet with you. Now, you got a pretty good football team, but give the Giants their due. I bet a sing of your song that you are wrong, and the Giants get win number 2. Philly sports guy said, my name's Jimmy, and it'll be all right. Y'all take your bet because you're going to regret playing the Birds on Thursday night. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Go Birds! Yeah!
I didn't hear what you. I didn't know what you say. I didn't know what you said.
I said that's how I met Sneaky G.
Yeah. I remember it now.
Yeah,
but you should go to my YouTube channel and play back when the Giants won the second game. And I took you to church.
Video. We'll pull that video up next week.
Okay.
It's a little too late in the show right now.
Yeah, I figured.
So also, guys, next week, did you talk to Mama Boss?
Yeah, Mondays are good.
We are going to be moving to Monday nights in the off season. Monday nights, during Monday night football, it's usually a lot harder. So during the off season, we're going to move to Monday nights. So we're going to be doing Monday nights live on all the social medias. We'll still be on Thursdays on Roku channel. So definitely check us out there. Hey, listen, guys, enjoy this weekend.
Big game.
This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see. I hopefully it's a good game. Yeah, that's really what I care about most. That I feel like these playoffs have been so amazing to watch all year long that it would be an injustice if this game winds up being a blowout.
Yeah.
So,
we were definitely spoiled these wild card divisional and conference games. So we'll see. I can't wait. But
so anyways, I appreciate everybody sticking with us and hanging out with us tonight. And we will definitely see you again next week on Monday night now. Definitely check us out on Monday night at 9:00. We're going to be doing the same thing again. We're coming close to our 50th episode. This is episode 47. We got 3 more to beat 50. And maybe, just maybe, I'm working on some special guests that could stop in and say hello and congratulate us on getting to half a century. But in the meantime, till next week, go Birds!
Go Giants! Ow!
Let's go Commandos.
Go Commando! All right, guys, have a great one.